That's what I said. I said do it.
We're live.
Wow, weird moment.
We are live.
We're live, and I'm on the right stream.
We got Papa Pete.
Peter.
We got Junebug saying hello to Papa Pete.
Hello, Junebug. Oh, well, I'll wait till she says hi to me.
PJ.
Oh my gosh.
Kurt Bradshaw.
What's up, Kurt? I'll wait till we're done with everybody here.
Hey, Pierre.
Pierre. You have to say it like that. You have to say Pierre. Unless he doesn't want me to, then I won't. If he says knock that French crap off, then I will.
Pierre's playing Bomberman on a Turtle Graphics emulator. Yeah, it is a lot of fun, Pierre.
What?
Now, Pierre, there's 3 of them. There's 2 North American ones, Bomberman 93, and then in Japan they had Bomberman 94, which I believe is just Mega Bomberman on Genesis. Saboteur, what's going on?
Saboteur.
Blake was here.
Blake was hanging with me earlier. Hammer Away is back. So that feels really good. Had a nice little kind of stream of consciousness thing going on today where we did a first show and I wore my shirt about MTV starting up in 81 last month, 1st of August, as it says on my shirt. So that's cool. Can we wait, he's not here yet, so we really can't talk about it.
What's up?
Oh, I'm gonna wait until Casey's here.
You
know, the man who finally is getting sleep.
I don't know if Casey's coming or not. I haven't heard from him in a while.
What? Casey not here? I feel like I'm in a Christmas carol. Martha not coming for Christmas.
Yeah, he hasn't shown up yet.
Well, yeah, but sometimes he's like hanging out. Yeah,
Pierre, if you can't, you should be able to find the Bomberman 94 though for TurboGrafx, the Japanese one. But if not, like I said, Mega Bomberman. I think it's pretty much the exact same game.
So I was running a little behind. Actually, I was running just about right on time. I mowed the lawn, but then I got on the wrong stream because I hadn't updated my page. So it didn't show. I just grabbed the one that was available, and I'm like, nobody is here.
Oh, it's weird. No one's here.
I was like, nobody's chatting at it. What is going on here? It's just like sick and crazy.
Nobody cares anymore.
No. Nobody cares anymore. That's the kind of world we live in. Hey, so today, I don't know what happened. I did an unboxing on the show today, and I received a copy of this. And
cool.
And I don't know why.
I don't know.
Did I order it?
Well, you must have.
Did I think it was a vinyl copy? I don't know. Why? I already own a copy. I don't know.
1-inch Biceps, welcome to the show. Have you been here before? I've seen you in Chuck's stream. Have you been here before? 1-inch Biceps? I can't remember. And yes, I did get Super Bomberman R2. I haven't played it enough for any opinion. I played a little story mode, which is basically kind of a tutorial for how to play the online stuff. And I did one online match. It was a castle match. I didn't understand what I was doing because I've never played those before. So I'll get into it more. Actually, I'll be streaming the whole thing tomorrow, same time.
Far out.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock in Casey Land.
So, Jeff, what's he trying to tell me here? I'm trying to get this figured out. Oops, I'm sorry. In the stream list in StreamYard.
Well, it's not in gogamego, Pete. If that's
no, it's not.
Stuart's got his own thing.
Yeah. Because I couldn't do it through there, I don't think, right?
I don't know. It's probably better off having a separate.
It is.
Then you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah, your brilliant idea was right on the mark. I did it on a different thing, browser.
Oh, browser. So now you can
And
go back and forth between the two
worked just perfectly.
StreamYards.
That
There you
worked
go.
beautifully.
Hey, Jerome's here. I've seen you and you've been in Papa Peach stream a lot too. Our chats a lot. Welcome to the show, Jerome.
Jerome.
Ah, you've been here before. Okay. Well,
yeah.
Welcome anyway.
I'm not sure if you chatted before. There's so many different Bomberman games have been released historically.
Oh, there's dozens of them. It's crazy.
That is crazy. It's always wild, you know, the whole thing with the different Bombermans that you find out about, and it just whether it's a whole bunch of games that you didn't know existed, or if it's just like when you guys told me, I'm like, I loved playing Pinbot, the actual pinball machine in college. And you're like, oh, it was on the NES. I'm like, you're crazy. Why did I not know about that?
Salvatore, I didn't realize, I couldn't remember the TurboGrafx Mini having that many Bomberman games. Of course, Panic Bomberman is a CD game. That's just a puzzle game. I wonder why they didn't have the original Bomberman on there. So they have 93, 94. Hey, what's going on here? I pulled the live chat and it's not showing up. Now I gotta go back to YouTube and pop out that live chat. What's happening?
Pop out.
Pop up. Pop, pop, pop.
Pop, 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 pop.
All right. Pop it out this time. There we go. Now it's working.
Same thing with music. All that stuff we never knew about.
Well, I just put out a video today on Bomberman 2 for DS.
Ooh.
Which I didn't know existed because it never came to the United States.
Well, there you go.
It was European and Japanese only.
They were holding out.
They were. It's a great game. I don't know why they didn't bring it here. It's all
in
English.
Like it. We don't want you to have it.
I don't understand. The whole thing's in English, but they didn't bother to bring it out here. I think, isn't that usually the reason you don't bring it out? Because you don't want to translate it? It's so strange. I mean, it's not like this new wild series. They don't know if it's going to catch on or not. I mean,
right.
Bomberman's not for years. I don't know.
That's crazy.
So now I need to get it for the actual DS because it's so good.
What you know, Lance sent that. Speaking of which, where's Lance? Lance sent that thing today with the I think it was like George Carlin things, where it's like all those funny sayings. You know, why do we park on a driveway and drive on a parkway? And the one where do you think if a French person cusses, do you think they say, "Oh, pardon my English"?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't either. Things to ponder. Not for too long, though.
Pete and Pierre speak French.
Yeah.
Maybe they can tell us.
Pete, do you have to speak a lot of French on the border? Did you ever just throw it out at them? Just say things like Eddie Izzard talks about. I'm going to find those. I got to find that. That's hilarious stuff. Let's see if I can. Oh
man, I'm so sleepy today.
Are you? I was yeah, I was a little earlier, but then like I say, I was watching Love Boat and had to tear myself away to go mow the lawn.
Yeah, I've gotten through the first season of Star Trek. So
what? All right.
And I was reading about the new. What's that?
How many episodes were in the first season?
30, and then 26 in season 2, and 24 in season 3.
Well, that's good.
I was reading about the new Frasier reboot.
Yeah.
I love that it's taking place in Boston.
How about that?
I might have to watch more than 2 episodes of this one.
You're gonna whoop up on the classic. What? You've watched 3 episodes?
There's a Bomberman-like game coming to the Atari VCS, but I can't remember. Is that you talking about Dynablaster?
That's what I was wondering.
It's coming to yeah, it's coming to everything. VS, Switch, Xbox. I don't know about PlayStation though. I did talk to the developer, and they said it is crossplay. Dynablaster is, so that's good news for online. Otherwise, it'd be dead in the water if it didn't have crossplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Salvatore.
Yeah.
And that actually comes out tomorrow.
Well, maybe if I just talk about Casey, then he'll show up.
I think a lot of times Casey's having dinner right when we were doing the show.
Yeah, usually. Yeah, he's like, yeah, we're listening while we're eating. But the thing about it is, we've been talking about Yar's Recharge, so I got it and I'm digging it. I really enjoy playing it.
Yeah, I love it.
But you got into the 60s with it, and what, like 67 something, right?
Something like that.
And then Casey couldn't catch you, and he was in the 50s. And then the other day I finally got out of I was at 47. I just get what seems to get you? What is it about when you get gotten that you probably should do differently?
Oh, probably being too aggressive. Like you go in there, you start like nibbling at one of the lasers.
Yeah.
And you get in, sometimes you kind of slip and you go into the middle a little bit too much. Next thing you know, you've got a laser coming at you and you got a bunch of missiles.
Yep.
And then kind of panic and start moving the guy around too much.
How about those ones that they shoot out in the purple area where it's like boop, 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 boo, and it just starbursts out?
Yeah, it's not an easy game at all.
No. But I have gotten past the corridor one, but they change it up, don't they? Like
the further you go, the more different all the maps become.
Yeah, but even then, when I go back, if I lose and then I start over, sometimes the first purple screen isn't the same.
Oh, it could be. It may be scrambled up every time.
Yeah. Sometimes they have the pod ones where there's like 3 pods. Then I get to the corridor one.
I wonder if when people have their high score, I wonder if they just get luck into maybe like a slightly easier run.
Maybe.
Yeah. Hey, 68 Camaro. What's going
on?
Up?
What's up?
Yeah, that's a really good game.
It is a really good game. And the thing I like about it is to get back to where I was doesn't take forever, and you can learn the pattern.
And the mission modes are interesting because they're like all completely different.
Yep.
Different patterns anyway.
Yep. And then you can do you can use what? Am I right? You can set up all if you do arcade, you can set up all 3 of the extra power blocks, or you can do none, or do 1 or 2.
I thought it was 1, but I don't know. Maybe I've never tried to select more than 1.
Yeah, I think I selected more than 1.
Maybe you can.
Yeah, because you can do it with just chewing at them.
Mm-hmm.
I did that one, but then I started thinking, you know what? Let's just get through this the regular way. Oh, and one thing I did learn about it is, you want to back out. Like if you blow something up, and then it will leave a weapon behind, and it's either going to be one that shoots in every direction, or it's going to shoot 3 out the front. Or if you pick up both, it'll shoot 3 out the front and shoot everywhere. Or there's the laser beam that you get to shoot out, and it shoots a swath right through everything. But I just kept going in. When I had the 3 shot, I kept just going in. But you should back out and do as much damage wide as you can.
And it's interesting because they have the what are those things? They're not hexagons. They're just more the size of them. Basically the tiles that surround stuff.
Yeah, it's like a sextagon, isn't it?
Some of them like wet whites or gray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like really light, and those you take forever to break through. So you kind of have to explode things from behind and take out something, and then it'll take all that stuff out.
Yes, and it weakens those white walls. Start turning a little tinge of gray.
Yeah,
and once you destroy all the pods around the outside. So it is a fun game though. It's really neat.
Cool. Yeah,
it's easy to start over.
Dynablast, yeah. Europe changed Bomberman to Dynablaster. I don't know if it was for 1 or 2 game. It wasn't very long, and I don't know why. I can't remember why they did that. And somehow BBG Entertainment now, I guess, owns the rights to Dynablaster. I don't know if Hudson gave up the rights or what happened there, because that would have been with Konami, but I guess it didn't go with Konami. Maybe Hudson didn't own it by then.
That's kind of weird.
Hey, Lance Jennings is here.
Lance, there he is.
What's going on, Lance?
There he is. Yeah, what was the other? I'm trying to think about that.
Yeah, so in the background you see Super Bomberman R2. I was playing the multiplayer. And man, that was the one I played was castle mode. One person protects like these treasure chests, and everyone else playing, there's a lot of people, they have to find keys and then go and unlock the treasures. If they do that, they win. If they don't do that in the time limit, then you win.
Oh, wow.
Man, I was getting knocked around like crazy. I was like, what am I doing here? I was so confused. But they are going to have the Bomberman 64 thing where you have 64 people playing Bomberman at once.
Oh, yeah.
Not on the same screen, on different screens. And then as they whittle it down, you'll eventually all meet up.
Wow.
Yes, don't forget to hit the like button. Metal Torso is here. How's it going?
Metal Torso.
Scooby-Doo, where are you? Premiered on this date in 69. Wow.
Wow. Ooh, 69.
Wow, Scooby-Doo. Changed American cartoons forever.
Yeah, no doubt. No, it set up one of the world's greatest formulas, shall we say. We've talked about those quite often, about all the different ones.
Yeah.
It was crazy. What was it? What else was Real Ghostbusters premiered on this date in 86, the animated series. Pee-wee's Playhouse started on the same day because it was like a Saturday morning show. And here this was such a weird coincidence too. 1941, I guess, came out on this day. And that's how many subs Pete has right now.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Isn't that wild?
Hey, 4GQ TV, what's going on?
And Super Mario Brothers release date for the Famicom. Famicom was today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently Nintendo doesn't know when it came out here.
And that is weird. Or as you say, bizarre.
It's very strange because I've read several stories and it's like nobody really knows, because when it first came out, people were like, well, when it released, and then that must have been when Mario came out, because it was pack-in, but it apparently wasn't a pack-in on day one. All very strange. Saturn Bomberman is a Netlink game, Salvatore. I think you could have two people on a Saturn play two other people on a Saturn online.
2 and 2.
What's going on back? 1941 is a favorite of mine. Great movie.
Yeah, it was. It's pretty good. I mean, I do own it. I've got it on Blu-ray. I've got the artwork. That was one of the greatest movie posters. I do believe, though. I love that movie poster. I have. It was there was an ad in Rolling Stone magazine that I had. It was right in the middle. It was the center spread. So I cut that out of the magazine and framed it. Just so cool. Loved it. There's a game they could make into a video game, or a movie they could make into a video game. That'd be great.
Well, Capcom's got what, 1942 and 1943, I think.
I know, right? Just slip that one right in there. Do not shoot that gun in this house. Also, something else Lance sent us the other day was that the Brady Bunch house just sold for $3.2 million.
I didn't ask you that, but is it selling that much because of what it is, what house it is? Or is that just the property value in that neighborhood?
Or is that because the original cast remodeled the inside of the house to match the show? because HGTV had them come in and do that. I don't know. That was wild. Really, really wild stuff.
Weird, wild stuff.
I did know. You know what? Okay, Jeff. All right, I'm gonna get into this. So, when's the last time that you threw out something funny that nobody got, or you were? I mean, I'm a little more forward than you are when it comes to some of that stuff, but I don't know. Sometimes you really surprise me.
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Okay, because one of my coworkers today just threw out a real. It was a great line. It was hilarious. Everybody in the meeting starts laughing, and then I put on the Carson voice, and I'm like, nobody's getting this. Nobody's even hearing me. I'm just like, whatever. I just wasted it. I wasted it. Doc is here tonight. But it was, I don't know. It was just great. He had a great line. It was funny.
Yes.
Sold for $3.2 million. If the Brady Bunch house.
What a great question.
That is a great question. How long would the waiting list be? Forever, Salvatore.
Wow.
I'd be on it.
What a great idea.
That is a great idea.
What about the Christmas Story house?
Wait, that would be the BB Airbnb.
Yeah.
It'd be the Air Brady and Bunch. That's horrid. I don't even know. I don't know why you had me say that.
I think it was the stairs.
The stairs. You could take a whole family picture on the stairs.
You could.
I mean, an extended family even.
So for that price, does the Brady house, does it come with Alice?
What about Sam? So meaty. Yeah, and I think that house just like went on for days. I mean, you could go upstairs and down the hall. There were bedrooms. Then you had that cool little attic room where Greg made his little groovy pad.
Didn't Alice sleep in a room downstairs in the first
She had a room right off the kitchen.
Huh.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a lot of stairs to walk every day for everyone else, though.
Yeah. And it comes with
Mr. and Mrs. Brady, were they upstairs too, or were they downstairs?
They were upstairs. His office was downstairs.
Wow.
I mean, isn't it kind of weird? I would love to go there. I don't know. So I guess they like they say, they remodeled it. So they remodeled it to look. I mean, did they make a sound stage that looked like the inside of that house?
Lance, do you know, did they put AstroTurf all across the lawn?
They added a section.
The actual show?
They added a section to the back of the house for all of the rooms.
Wow.
Oh my God.
No basement, really? There's no basement in the Brady house?
Mm-mm.
So
those stairs in Brady house were awful. PJ says.
Where did Alice sleep? She had a little room right off the kitchen, I believe, like between the kitchen and the family room.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Maybe she was below. Maybe she was under the stairs. I don't know.
Who's that under your stairs? That's our maid.
So I guess that's the big question here. We're talking about turning the Brady house into B&B. What TV house would you like to stay at on vacation?
Is the Love Boat a house?
No.
Damn it. Starsky had kind of a bungalow, didn't he?
I don't remember anything about Starsky's bungalow.
Yeah, that's where they always went to his pad. Wasn't that his pad? Was kind of the bungalow. It wasn't.
I don't remember.
Trying to remember where Hutch lived. Seems weird that I can't think of that.
All right, Pete. Don't make me put you in a timeout.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
Interesting, Lance. I didn't realize that most houses in LA didn't have basements.
Yes.
Why is that? What's going on with the land there? Is it Like I know people in Louisiana, and they don't seem to have many basements there either. But I think it's too swampy.
That's what I was wondering. Is it below sea level or something, or is it just because there's so much pavement that there's not enough of anything to soak it up enough? I don't know. I mean, that's what happened. That's what happened out there recently.
Oh, PJ will take Dynasty House or Wayne Manor.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, the Batman house. That's a good one.
That's a shoe in right there. What about the Munsters house?
Yeah, there you go. Jerome, the Munsters.
Yeah.
It was Kurt. That was Sam, but he was a butcher.
What about the Cunningham house?
Wait a minute. Did Alice have a boyfriend before Sam who was a milkman?
I don't know.
I only remember Sam the butcher.
From milk to meat.
Yes. Here you go. The courtship of Eddie's father apartment.
Not bad, but you can't play your saxophone there because there's that old dude that gets pissed off when you play music. The Home Improvement house.
What about Family Affair house if it came with Mr. French?
Ooh la la.
Yeah,
earthquake.
Right. I didn't even think about that.
There you go. I'd like to stay in Mary Ann and Ginger's hut. Yes. Pete for the win. I tell you what, they'd know what was going on there 24 hours a day.
What has 5 bedrooms and 5 baths? Is that the Brady house?
Really? 5 bedrooms.
5 baths. That's a lot of baths. Jeez.
Oh, so it has those. Because, I mean, they all shared a bedroom, the boys and the girls. So that would be 2, and the mom and dad, and then Alice.
Oh, you're right.
But then I guess they could figure that the office is a bedroom too downstairs.
Casey's here. Mike Garcia, how's it going?
Casey.
Pete only needs the one room and with Marianne and Ginger.
Casey, what's it like to sleep again now that you've got your 100 and whatever score on Yours Recharged? How'd that happen?
Big Block. He's a smart guy. He would have stayed at Kelly Kapowski's house.
Kelly Kapowski. How do I know that name? What is that?
Isn't that Tiffany Amber Thiessen?
And who's that?
Well, I'm disappointed in your story.
I'm disappointed in me too, I guess.
What's that show with Screech?
Oh, Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Silver Spoon's house. Yeah, that's a fun house.
Maybe I'd stay in Kaylee Cuoco's apartment in Big Bang.
Oh, the Brady house had 5 bedrooms and 5. Oh, now.
Yeah, now it does. Yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, it did already, right? Because the 2 bedrooms for the kids, the mom and dad room, Alice's room, and the office is technically a bedroom. So, Silver Spoon's house. Nice call, PJ. Nice call. Yeah, what about Who's the Boss house? There are actually Airbnbs that have a retro arcade.
Nice.
I would like to spend a long weekend at one of those. Played a few weeks and played yesterday and got a good run. Huh. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to catch Jeff, and I was going to catch you, and then all of a sudden, you were... And I'm like, okay, I'll be lucky just to catch up with Jeff now.
That's minus 10 points for Stuart for not knowing who Tiffany Amber Thiessen is.
She doesn't know who I am. Or does she?
You never know.
Let's call her. Hello, Tiffany. It's the guy you know, but I don't know you.
Although she's just Tiffany Thiessen now.
Oh, okay.
Amber.
Well, all right. What do you know about that? Tiffany Amber Thiessen. See, I know the name.
She had a cooking show on the Cooking Channel several years ago.
Well, she's always cooking. She's good looking.
But that's what she does now, like on Instagram. She does a lot of cooking stuff. But her show was really good. She would invite like 2 or 3 friends who were, I think, pretty much always celebrities. She would invite them over to the house, and she would prepare, some kind of a dinner for them, and they'd sit around and talk about the old times, wherever they knew each other from. It was actually a pretty good show.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember her. Huh.
Pete, I'm pretty sure I'm going to watch the Frasier reboot. Because as soon as I heard it's in Boston, I don't know, all of a sudden, all is right in the world. He should have never gone to Seattle. I'm curious. They have to bring it up. Like, is Cheers still there? Is it changed names? I mean, I would assume probably ownerships because Sam's old.
Because Sam's old.
And of course, it also makes you wonder: is anyone from Cheers ever going to make an appearance?
I would hope. I would think.
Are they? Well, let's see. Just the 2 have died, right? Rebecca and Coach.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone else is still around.
Mm-hmm.
How is Norm still around?
I know, right?
I would have thought he would have had a heart attack and died like 30 years ago.
It's the same with him. I'm sure he's probably in the same boat thinking the same thing.
He's like, how am I still alive?
How did I do this?
Yep. She makes does cooking stuff now. She's probably hanging out with Ted McGinley.
Yeah.
The Cleaver's house.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Now it makes me wonder about some of those other houses, like
Pete, you are really pushing it tonight.
I was almost going to say that, but I figured Pete was going to go ahead and do it. Reboot 2. Cheers is no longer there. There is a new bar called Mahoney's, named after John Mahoney, obviously not recognized in the actual show.
Well, that makes sense that it's no longer there. I mean,
yeah.
What bar lasts that long?
I don't know, though. Yeah, I suppose.
Beer doesn't body good, Norm. On vacation for birthday week.
Oh.
And you get some Go Game Go laughs.
Fantastic. You've shown up just in time. Pete is a foul-mouthed son of a gun right now.
All right. Well, she's showing up on her birthday week for some laughs. I guess now we got to say something funny.
There's a warm fuzzy right there. Saboteur says Psycho House.
Oh, God. Or the house from the original Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis was.
Oh, man. Was nowhere near as old as you would think. See, that's what I was thinking. He's younger than John Ratzenberger and was doing theater in Kansas City last night.
I was pretty much just thinking of his size.
Because Ratzenberger was in the first Superman movie.
He's been all over the place.
He has been. Yeah, it's a little amazing.
What an amazing career for someone who's not like a star. He's
right, always, not the leading man. Yeah,
he's made some dough though. I bet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He has done himself well.
I mean, he was in every Pixar movie up to what was the last one he did? Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. Or was it one after that? Did he do something in Wall-E? Wall-E was before that, right? I remember a slight headline when it said he was not in one of the later films. It was the first he wasn't in.
I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but
I can look that up.
Who was it? I can't remember if I said it online or if I said it in the chat, but one of the bailiffs from the original Night Court was in Star Trek.
The original Star Trek?
Wait a minute. Or was it? It may have been a movie. I can't remember. But I saw him and I was like, wait a minute. That's the guy. He had like red hair. He never said a word. He stood in the back. There's usually 2 guys there on Night Court. And he would show up behind, like in the back of scenes and stuff. But he was always there. And I looked it up and sure enough, it was him. Yeah, Family Ties had a nice house. Had a really nice kitchen.
They did. Yeah, it was a nice kitchen. Well, what about the Cosby house?
Yeah, very nice.
It was nice.
Three's Company apartment, and you'd be located very closely to the Regal Beagle.
The Regal Beagle. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
The Regal Beagle.
Although, like Cheers is probably gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a show set in a real house, is there?
Probably
Just because
not.
of camera issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some may like Jennifer Marlowe's apartment just for the doorbell. Yeah, the doorbell. And all the appliances she had. Remember that episode they all showed up, and I think it was at Christmas time, and she just had all these gifts everywhere from people. All these different guys. Miss So's here, and she's changed her avatar. Snoopy and Woodstock.
Oh yeah, hey, what's
Very
up?
nice.
See, she's celebrating fall. Miss So, do you love fall like I do? I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah, Norm's a big guy. Oh, John Ratzenberger autograph from Empire Strikes Back. How about that?
Wow.
Oh, the deluxe apartment in the sky.
There you go.
Remember
Actually, it's the deluxe apartment in the sky. Hi.
an episode where there were dogs sitting, and you know how they had like the little door going out, a window with a door going out to the balcony.
Yeah.
And George threw the ball for the dog. It took one bounce and over the balcony, and the dog ran and jumped over the balcony.
Oh, Wheezy.
Oh.
Wow. Stashnet loves fall. Miss So
Fall's
says
the best.
fall is nice.
Fall is nice.
It is nice. But you say that as if it's not your favorite.
Who, me?
No, Miss So.
Oh.
She says it's nice.
Movies tend to use real houses. I'll take your word on that, Mike. I have no idea.
They don't always use the right bathroom, though.
I bet Lance Jennings would know. He's hip to that Hollywood jive.
So he speaks Hollywood jive.
Oh my gosh! They changed Jennifer's doorbell ring for copyright.
Oh yeah.
Reasons. What was the song? I don't even remember. That's so weird.
Do you think anybody has a doorbell that sounds like the Three's Company theme song? I mean, that just seems like that would be what you would have.
Yeah. Although the first line is "Come knock on our door," and you're ringing a doorbell.
I mean, wouldn't that be? That'd be great. That's a great little.
There's a bar in Alton, Illinois called Roper's Regal Beagle.
Shut up. You are lying, Kurt. If you're not lying, when are we meeting there for lunch?
That's what Roper did after going off the air.
Jeff, let's figure that out. We got to go and do that. We should do that and meet Kurt there. We can all hang out.
That would be fun.
Especially if they got good food. We like going places where there's good food.
I like food.
I like food. Food likes me. Stop falling, Pete.
It's getting close to fall here. Well, everywhere, I guess, in this in North America.
Yeah.
It's what are we? A week away? 2 weeks away?
I guess so.
Less than 2 weeks away.
Yeah. We're we got to go visit the Pumpkin Festival soon in my hometown. I watched the first few episodes of All in the Family. Archie talks with Lionel Jeffers. So funny. And I love yeah, right. Exactly. That's oof.
You should check out
the Benny Hill themed doorbell.
Stashnet, check out episodes of Sanford and Son. If you think that was a little shocking, wait till you watch some of those episodes.
Yeah. I own seasons 1, 2, and 4. I found 1 and 2. I think I found those at Nickel Flicks. And then I got season 4 in that bin and box take from the Mo GameCon.
Wait, Pete, is this his actual order at the Regal Beagle? Because very specific. So I'm thinking he must have ordered this on the show once. I do not remember.
Yeah.
Back. What's going on?
It does sound howdy. It does sound familiar.
Big Block's got his phone ringer theme from Different Strokes.
What you talking about?
Oh, Sonny Crockett's boat. That was a nice boat.
Oh, good call. That is a house.
Does the car come with it, Lance? Because that was a cool car. The first one. Before it got blown up.
And does it come with the Gator? Of Sanford and Son. Yes. Really nice patio. Nice. Well, okay. Well, let's do that. I'm serious. Let's figure it out.
Oh, it was Furley's favorite drink. Interesting.
Oh, okay. Because I remember that. Wonder what that's like. Pete, have you ever had it? Have you ever done that?
You should go into a bar and ask them for the Furley. See if they know what you're talking about.
There you go.
If they do, then you know it's a great bar.
Well, right. I mean, yeah, because you got to have a couple of tests, right? You're like, get me the Furley. And they go, what's that? Oh, fuck. I'm out of here. Yeah.
Oh, interesting, Jerome. Oh, I missed the top one. You've been watching Three's Company on Pluto and
Sanford and Son.
And Sanford and Son. I didn't realize it was on there. I've been saving all these Godzilla movies on Pluto because they have Godzilla channels. Every time I turn it on, I'm like, I'm not gonna have time to finish the whole thing, so I just go and put it on my save list.
Oh man. Not since 6:30. Oh, House on 2.5 Men. Good call.
What about Laverne and Shirley's little below street apartment? Yeah.
Yeah, no. Did Fonzie live in his garage? Did he have a room at the garage? Or no, he had an apartment above the
garage, the Cunninghams.
Yeah, the Cunninghams. Boy, it just hit me.
It always cracks me up how Fonzie, like all the women wanted Fonzie. It's like, why? He's like 5'2". He lives above a garage in someone else's house. I mean, he's basically just a big loser. So how are all these women after him?
But he's so cool. I mean, have you ever seen him go, cool. Hey?
That's true.
I don't know. It would be great to see you there, man.
That would. You gotta wear that. You gotta wear your Astro Smash shirt there, though. Yeah, Pluto has. If they show it, you can search for it and just find it and put it on your list, which is really nice.
I love having watch lists. Although Christine, I was into her account and she didn't like that fact that I had saved a bunch of movies to her thing. I liked the town buildings and little house on the. I was going to say little house of horrors.
That kind of would be an electricity or.
Oh, speaking of which, Melissa Gilbert or Gilbert was on. She's on the Love Boat opposite
Gilbert,
opposite Peter Brady. Isn't that weird?
That is some weird, wild stuff.
I just watched it. It came after the 2-part one where they go to England and France. Fonzie's probably packing heat with a third leg.
Lance, I just gave Pete 2 warnings now. Happening on the show tonight.
Look what you've done to Lance, Pete. Good God.
Yeah, Fonzie literally did jump the shark.
He literally did. And
again, talking about complete nerd going to a beach wearing a leather jacket. And the girl still wanted him.
And didn't he wear like a baby blue swimsuit?
Yeah, and he had boots on too, right?
Boots, yeah.
And he was out of town. It wasn't like he was still in Milwaukee here.
I mean, whose bloody idea was that?
Even those people thought it was awesome.
I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, so it's trying to watch the Love Boat. Oh, they just had also Mark Singer was just on there, the Beastmaster. He played Judy's like Julie, her sister Judy. Replaced her, and she used to be married to Mark, the character that Mark Singer played, and he was a real prick. So I used other words when I was just having fun watching the show. The Too Close for Comfort house. Racing stripes.
Yeah, Too Close for Comfort. It was cool because it was a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
I guess 2 bedrooms, one upstairs, one downstairs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the weird thing was she was just on the younger sister was just on Love Boat recently.
Lydia Cornell.
Mm-hmm. She was. Oh my God, she was hanging with Doc. I mean, come on.
Doc's got that Fonzie thing going.
Oh, he's got something. I don't know.
Maybe that's what he's got going.
One can only hope, I suppose.
Yeah, the Too Close for Comfort house, especially the girls. It was like 2 houses in one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
they were both like complete apartments or houses, whatever you call it. But yeah, what an iconic room that was, or house, whatever you want to call it. The way it was painted,
and didn't it have his artwork area was a raised thing, right?
He in his bedroom he had a drawing board, and then he had a stick where he'd put the puppet.
Yeah, but wasn't it kind of raised up off the floor a little bit? You'd step up into that area. Look what Jerome says. I watch the Love Boat every day.
Well, there you go. You guys got something to talk about.
What the heck? Are you just watching through it, or do you just enjoy watching it? And if it's the first one, where are you now?
Is your let's see, is Love Boat your mash, like Papa Pete's? Is that a show you watch all the time?
We're gonna have to do a show on that, Jeff. It's What's Your Mash?
Big Block. I like the members only jacket. I like Fonzie's jacket. It's cool. It's a little out of place on a beach.
On a beach in the water, jumping a shark. It's out of place.
There was an episode where Fonzie beat Ralph Malph and Potsy in a 3-legged race, and he was oh, God.
Hey.
All right, Pete, I got to start reading your comments before.
Oh, man.
Game Freak, what's going on? I just started watching Three's Company again. I forgot how funny it was. Yeah, those early episodes were really good, weren't they?
They were good. They were good.
He's still alive? Siegfried is still alive?
Really?
Now, if he would have played Siegfried as the doctor on Love Boat, I would have liked that a lot better.
Well, no. Wait. So was that like that character with like a German accent thing?
Yeah.
He did do that on
that. Oh, he did on
on Love Boat?
Interesting.
Twice. 2 different reasons he did that. So Jerome says Pete watched 2 episodes. Well, I watch it on Pluto a lot, and I'll have it. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. So it kind of is your mash.
PJ's mash is Adam 12.
Oh, shut your mouth, PJ. That's cool. I loved Adam 12.
I would say minus Cheers. I watched Cheers a lot. I've been watching it again.
I want to watch Miami Vice. I have never watched that front to back.
I think I saw the whole thing when it was on, the original run. I think I saw it all.
Yeah, I never did.
I loved it. My dad loved that, and so we'd watch it every Friday night. That was great.
And it was kind of interesting. The other day, I was listening to Critical Drinker, and they're cast of guys that day, and they had somebody chatted in and asked if they ever reviewed Michael Mann movies. And Michael Mann's, of course, the guy who directed that, or not directed every episode, but it was his deal. And he did movies like Thief, and they didn't mention the ones I talk about. He did Manhunter, that movie, but Thief, and what's the other? To Live and Die in L.A. I think was a Michael Mann film. Just good stuff, really good stuff. Usually it's pretty moody. It's it's a lot like, I was sad when Gavin MacLeod died a couple of years ago. Yeah. Christine, she'll catch an episode now and again because I'm just watching it, and she wants to be sweet and hang out. But then she gets hooked in, and she's like, "Wow, Gavin MacLeod's a good-looking guy." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Now, in this 7th season, he lost the most weight. Not 8th season, he's lost the most weight that he's lost during that show. Yeah, it's kind of wild when you start. That's the interesting thing. You start looking at the physicality of these people as you're sitting there watching a show from front to back.
Yeah. Three's Company script, and he thought. How do people get? How do people get some of these jobs writing stuff? You see some movies that come out, and it's like, this movie's already been out like 10 times. How do you sell it to somebody?
I know.
It's really weird, isn't it? Or like Three's Company, you're working on that show, and at some point in the later episodes, that's all it was. It was just a misunderstanding every episode.
Which is very British. I think that's why it went over so well, because it's British humor. And I think, that's really what it is. That's
from Hogan's Heroes. What was from Hogan's Heroes, Jerome?
That was from Hogan's Heroes. The German accent thing with Doc. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miami Vice was excellent. We used to, because every Friday night growing up, we'd go to my grandma's house to eat dinner, and then during the Miami Vice years, of course, we'd watch Miami Vice. My grandma would make popcorn. It was the best thing ever. Absolutely, man. That makes it. Yeah. I love Three's Company, by the way. Yeah. I have the first season of that on DVD, and I started to watch it. I need to finish watching that. Ed O'Neill was a drug dealer in the early episode of Miami Vice. Bruce Willis was a gun runner. Wow. Well, okay. Now I'm excited. I got to start watching it. After I'm done with Love Boat, I'll watch it. Cheers is great. Can't watch it without drinking. Comes with the territory. Well, it's kind of like I watch a lot of like Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares for the British ones, and I don't know. It's always nicer to watch it while you're eeating. I don't know why, but yeah. Star Trek, Next Generation. Yeah, I know. The Next Generation. Did you watch much of the Next Generation or any, Jeff? Did you? I watched some. When Silly and I were dating, I head over to her house. She was living at home, and her brothers always had. Man, Next Generation was on there so often. So I'd never seen it. I never saw the original series, which I'm watching now. And so I'd watch it, and I was like, wow, this is pretty good. Yeah. My only problem with it was who knows? I don't know. It's sooner than never. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's an awesome stream. Thank you, Big Block. That is very awesome. Thank you. I don't know what I was going to say now. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, what is that? Oh, it's BritBox. Oh. There's a streaming service, right, called BritBox that has a bunch of British. Oh, really? Shows on it. I remember, I was. Yeah, thank you very much. It was about the Next Generation. I always, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a simple-minded guy, but I was watching. Whenever I'd watch the Next Generation, I'm always like, I don't know what's wrong. And they're spending most of at least the first half, if not the first 2/3 of the show going, what is happening
this is just weird. And you're like, yeah, I don't know. What could this be? And then they figure it out and you're like, how the hell would I ever have known that?
I just love the original series where they could do an episode on anything. Yeah. I mean, they had one where Kirk was being court-martialed. The whole show was just him on trial. A sci-fi show, and he's just sitting on trial, and it was fascinating. I just love the writing, and Kirk. I know he overacts, but man, I don't know. He's hilarious at it. I like Graphic God, keeping it simple.
Yep.
The Next Generation for the win. Salvatore and his wife have been watching, I guess, Are You Being Served and Keeping Up Appearances. I haven't seen either one of those, to be honest.
I've seen some of each, but that's no. Keeping Up Appearance. No, I haven't seen that. Collateral. Okay. Collateral was his movie. I liked that movie. I saw that.
Pete, I don't know anything about this hurricane. When is that hitting in your area? I haven't been paying attention. Is that like in the next day or two, or?
Graphic God said, we'll get rain and wind. Be safe, Pete. We'll get rain and wind. If you liked British comedy, Pete, have you seen Father Ted? I think I have. Have I seen some of that? God, Graphic got oops caps.
I watched the show on Roku. It was on, I don't know what channel it was, but I found it on Roku. It was a foreign show, but it wasn't British. It was like maybe Finland or I don't know. It's somewhere in Europe where you don't normally get their TV shows. And so it was all I think it was sub, not dub, but I thought it was what was it called? I think it was just a one name. I think it was the name of the guy who was the star of the show, but it was basically a Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh no, really?
This guy, he was kind of a jerk, but even when he wasn't doing something wrong, somehow people took it the wrong way or they saw it the wrong way. And I've been trying to find that show. I can't think of the name of it for anything. The problem is I can't think of the name. I can't think of the country it was from.
You are screwed.
Yeah, Redbox. Honestly, sign up for it.
Told me that for free for a week. If she forgets to cancel, it's going to cost me $10 a month.
That was 5 years ago.
Collateral was pretty good. I liked it. Star Trek Deep Space Nine is underrated.
Well, I'll be getting to that, Lance. I got to get through the first show first, and then.
Yeah. Also, Red Dwarf. Now, they were just talking about that on either Critical Drinker or Nerdrotic the other day. They were just mentioning about how they were needing to watch that. And there was some skepticism about one of the guys on the chat about whether he was truly British if he had never seen it. The Heartbeat episode. Oh, you talk about Heartbeat like Miami Vice or Heartbeat?
I don't know. Song like Red Dwarf, maybe?
Either that or the song Heartbeat. Was that in Miami Vice?
Or Deep Space Nine? Those are both mentioned right before.
Please tell me you watched the Vikings series. I may be the minority, but I like Vikings better than GOT. Okay.
I have not seen it. I didn't even finish Game of Thrones because I was so confused. I didn't even learn the characters until like towards the end of season 2 because there's so many characters. And then I think between 2 and 3, they took like a year and a half break. And I tried watching and they came back. I was like, I don't know who any of these people are anymore. I was like, ah, heck with it. So I just stopped watching. I was like, I don't have time to study. I'm not going to study TV shows.
Yeah, I watched the first season of Vikings, but I need to watch the rest. I had a hard time watching a little at a time. That's why I'm going to immerse myself. And it got into, it kind of gets into, in that second season, it gets into more of the pagan rituals and things like that they do. And some of that I just doesn't jive with me. So I'm like, it's just watching a bunch of stuff that I'm like, why do you think this is okay to do? I don't know. show.
Yeah, so
Nothing.
Seinfeld and Cheers are my two favorite. I could watch those any day. Whoop,
Yeah.
Saturday. Oh, it's hitting Saturday. Yikes.
Used to watch both. Oh wow, all of these initials. What are those?
Oh, it's the two British
Oh,
comedies.
Are You Being Served? And yeah,
Keeping Up Appearances
right.
on public broadcasting system.
Right. That's where I watched a lot of my Monty Python growing up. Saturday last one up here. And
Yeah, Lance, looks like you kind of lucked out on that hurricane.
Yeah.
Because it sounded like it was going to be way, way worse.
Seen Father Ted, but haven't invested enough to get into it yet. So what about, here's what I want to ask. Yeah, Red Dwarf is unique. What about, because I remember starting to watch it and I was like, woo, okay. It's kind of like Blake 7. Has anybody else watched Blake 7? It's they used to show it on the BBC. They showed it on PBS here.
Is it anything like Blake Snow?
No.
No.
I didn't like Deep Space Nine at first, but definitely it gets better the later seasons. Love Vikings, Game Freak. So many seasons. I'm on like 3, but so have they finished Vikings, or has it just gone in a different direction and they call it something and it's doing something else now? Character development, early episodes. Yeah, true. Don't really watch a lot of movies and TV shows anymore or play video games. But we just bought all the Marvel movies. You're going to watch those? You did okay, but desert cities like Palm Desert and Palm Springs were battered. So yeah, it sounds like Fort Myers Beach. Blake Snow's goatee. You're supposed to send a picture of it to Stu for tonight's show. Man, that's great. How'd you feel about The Walking Dead? I watched The Walking Dead for the first bunch of seasons, but it just got ridiculous. They started stretching things out and doing gratuitous scenes that just turned me off. And this stupid thing with Negan where he's standing right outside the gate and he doesn't just put the gun right up and boom. If you had an automatic weapon, you just strafe across the whole area. I don't know.
He was just standing there for a long time. It's like, just somebody kill him.
I mean, just
all you got to do is kill him and then the rest of them go home.
Yep.
They don't know what to do.
Yep, they don't know what to do. Hey, the dude with the bat's dead, so let's get the hell out of here. He's not going to kill me in my sleep.
I also didn't like the episode where Negan had them all on their knees and he was pounding.
Yeah. Yep.
Glenn or what. I said, I don't need to see this. This is too much.
It is too much. It's not necessary. That's not entertainment.
It's so awful when your power goes out for long periods.
Oh man. Yeah, we just had that recently. And that. So now wait a minute. Had no power over this past weekend?
Wow.
It was awful. Had to throw out all our food in the fridge and freezer. My town was like apocalypse hit. No traffic lights, restaurants. Judas Priest. Now we were very fortunate when we had our latest power outage. I mean, I just didn't open anything and everything was fine. I don't fret that stuff too much. You know, my neighbor was like, well, they say that your dairy stuff is only good for like 4 hours. I'm like, that's not true. Not true at all.
Salvatore, I agree. When Rick didn't kill Negan when he had the chance, that's when I stopped watching, actually. I was done. I was like, this is just getting dumb.
I kept watching. I stopped when there was an episode where there were a bunch of where Carol was on one side of the fence and going after a couple of guys, and on the other side of the fence was the dude with the tiger and the whatever, and they were running from the zombies. Well, they're dead because they can't call them zombies, but they're right at a gate. And it was one of those scenes where you're like, okay, they would be on them by now. And they're just standing at the fence, just talking. I'm like, what are you doing?
So
Carol was on the other side with a rifle, and you know how badass she is, right?
Yeah.
And she knows how to handle the rifle. They've already proven this. And these two guys that she's chasing hide behind a semi-truck, but they hide where? In the middle. So she could lay on the ground like she would have, because she's a clever woman who uses a rifle on the reg, and she'd lay down on the ground and go, "Ba-doo, ba-doo," and just kill them. You got to hide behind the tires, morons, or up on the bumper of the truck. But no, they're sitting in the middle, wide open, and she's like, I can't see them. I don't know where they are. I'm like, oh, for God's sakes.
Jerome, I did like Walking Dead. I watched it for several years, but besides the Negan thing and the Rick thing, what wore me down too was that there was no story. It was just watching them run into bad guys one after another. What I wanted to see, my favorite part was when, remember, they thought they were going to a certain city because they heard someone was working on a cure, and they got there, and I guess the whole thing was made up. I can't remember, but
yeah, it was a kind of a sham.
That's what I wanted to see in the show. I wanted to see like an ending, like a possible ending, like where there was a possible cure or something, but there was nothing. It was just, I don't know.
I got nothing.
It wore on me after a few years. I'm like, okay, I can't take it anymore.
Well, and they kept doing the shows that were like about one person. And you're like, can we go back and find out something about the other people too? Do we have to do this separated show about one character? You know?
Lance finally saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I've never seen any of those films.
First one was really good. Second one was and the third one was better than the second, but I told Christine when we got done, I'm like, I could never watch that movie again. I'd be just fine.
So why don't they call zombies in Walking Dead?
Because Romero owns the rights to the word zombies in the movies.
In movies?
Yeah, just like you notice they can't call in the Marvel movies outside of Sony, they can't call them mutants. Because
how's that possible? I mean,
they own the rights to that word.
How can you own the rights to a word that's not made up? That seems weird to me.
I don't know, but that's why. That's it. I mean, because that's one of those things where you're like, Walking Dead.
Because there's zombies mentioned in video games all the time, and
yeah, but not in films all the time.
What about TV? Because Walking Dead was just TV.
Yeah, I don't. Now that I think about it, I don't know.
I thought they did it
because you have Zombieland.
Yeah, I thought they did it just to try to stand out. Like, oh, let's come up with their own name.
Yeah, it was my understanding that was it. And because it's just like mutants, they couldn't say.
What else? I saw another movie too, or something else that had zombies. They didn't call them zombies either.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was that? I'm like, what is with these people? Not call them zombies. Just call them zombies.
Sometimes they call them walkers or, what else? Well, that's what they call them in Walking Dead, right? Walkers.
Yeah.
It's like a family of the walkers. Like to meet
Merry
the walkers.
Christmas from the Walkers.
Well, that's a big family, and they're all really ugly and eat brains. What about the Zombieland movie? I never saw. As far as Zombieland movies, I don't know, but Zombieland was great. I really enjoyed it. I never did see the second one.
Jekyll. That sounds so familiar. Was that British?
Is that British?
British.
They do Twitter.
A friend and I met Chad Coleman from Walking Dead. Which one was Chad Coleman?
I was going to say that. What is, I met one of the guys from Walking Dead. I got a picture with him. And then his buddy that was with him, that was helping him, for the day, well, that'll be $20. And he goes, and the guy looked at me, he goes, no, you don't have to. Because he had a booth. It was at my friend's convention that he was running. But Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Yes, that was a great game. Oh, so good. That's on the Switch now. Well, it's been on the Switch for a while.
Well, wasn't it? What was that? Oh no, that was Martians. Was that Martians? Martians Ate My Buick.
Was British. Okay. Thought I recognized that.
Jekyll was British. Jekyll. No, I haven't ever heard of it.
Anyone seen Nope? Yeah, the alien.
Yes, I did. Do you know what that's about?
No. What do you mean?
It's supposed to be. It's one of those underlying message movies about the unfortunate status of Hollywood, where people will just go to look and they'll get caught up in the spectacle and then just get wrapped up and screwed over. They just think it's, oh, wow, well, life will be so great. And then they get eaten up and spit out.
And that's it for them.
That's it.
Yeah. JD, what is going on?
JD and I texted the other day. That was awesome to hear from him. Or hear from you, shall I say, since you're here. But yeah, Nope was pretty good. I watched Mandy. Did I tell you that? I watched that with Nicolas Cage. That was, I almost had to stop watching because it got to one of those points, Jeff, that you were just talking about earlier, where it's like, okay, this isn't entertaining. It's just somebody beating the shit out of somebody else, and it's not cool.
Yeah, I'm not big on, I don't know.
Yeah,
just violence just to have it.
Right. Last House on the Left was like that original version.
Like with wrestling, there's these hardcore things where they bring out glass and
right. That's what I was going to say.
I think these guys just get torn up, and I'm like, I don't really need to see it.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stashnet. Have you sung Mandy? No. No, but I do. I am, even though I use it as a joke at gigs, I am a Barry Manilow fan. Nope started out good though.
Yeah, I think when I thought about Nope,
I thought it was good all the way.
I can't remember what I thought. I don't know. I think I was kind of mixed, but I can't remember now.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that if you know what it's about, then you can watch it differently and understand, and you can almost hang to the end. Crazy weather in Washington, D.C.
All 3 games rain delayed.
How about that Aaron Rodgers? People were like, "Oh, what do you think about Aaron Rodgers?" I'm like, I don't know what's going on, because I lost track of the NFL. It just was like whatever. I think it's contrived. I think there were so many victories last year that were just out of the ordinary. You spend the whole game not doing spit, and then the last 2 minutes you score like 50 points between two teams, and you're like, come on, you guys. And then they're like, so what do you think about Aaron? I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And they're like, he's leaving the Packers. He's going to go somewhere else. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, whatever he's got to do, right? So then he plays a game the other day, wrecks his Achilles tendon. There you go. And now he's out for the season. You're like, well, I'm glad he left. We don't have to worry about that with Love so far. So that's good.
Jerome stopped watching NFL football. I did too, Jerome.
Same here, Jerome. I was like, I watched a lot of the game with the Packers the other day because I wanted to see how Love was doing. But overall, yeah, no.
There was I stopped watching during the Rams last season in St. Louis because it was obviously moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, heck with it. I'm not watching anymore. I got to be honest, I haven't missed it one bit.
No, exactly. It's too Hollywood. Personally, it's way too. I can't. I feel it's contrived. I don't feel that it's real. It's Motley Crue on tour. It's not real.
Who's he with? The Jets?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's right. Yeah.
They should retire his number.
Yeah. On my phone. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Last night after storm, rec room water everywhere. Oh man. Nats ticket Sunday, but didn't go. Wow. Yeah, that sucks. The Roar has been restored. Lions and Packers will fight in the North. Nice. All right. There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I
poor
mean,
JD. This sucks, man. Your water damage. That's awful.
yeah, it is. It is. There you go. That's what I think. When they got everything in and they had all the big, it's whatever. Thursday night football, and you got Carrie Underwood, who I have plenty of respect for. It's great talent and all that. But I mean, I don't know. When you just start doing these big intros like that and you have all of the Hollywood production, I mean, come on. I mean, I don't know.
JD's ready for hockey. Did the last season ever end, JD? I thought it was still going on. Are they starting the new season before the old season ends?
What is this?
Where?
I'm trying to figure out where Pete started this and then drop. Oh, open it and watching as it shatters on the floor.
All right. What do we miss here, Pete?
What are we talking? I love this sometimes. I'm just like, okay, wait a minute.
It's a mystery.
Yeah, it is. I'm like, it's like a puzzle. It's like this piece goes to nothing, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Brady Tuck rule.
Oh, yeah.
Football intros started with Hank Williams Jr. Yes, right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just jaded by all the, the talk about objectifying women, all that stuff, where it's like, okay, why are we doing all this? Because you're just dressing up this beautiful woman and, I don't know. I just don't get it. There's just so much back and forth. It's like, we're not supposed to be doing this now, right? I don't know. Are we? Is it okay? Am I okay to watch this? I'm gonna watch it. I don't know. Especially if you don't care about the game anymore. And then I guess maybe that's it. I don't care about the game anymore, and they're just doing all this stuff that they say they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, I just haven't watched.
And then you're like, ugh.
I've barely watched baseball this year because of the Cardinals. They're so terrible.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Woof.
What football games are you watching?
Are you talking about? You mean when I'm talking about the women and stuff like that? I mean, I'm just talking about the Thursday night football thing where they got Carrie Underwood out there. It used to be Faith Hill, right? It was Faith Hill, and then Carrie Underwood took over. I guess when they figured Faith was getting too old. I don't know.
You're too old.
Well, that's what they always do. You're like, they're too well. I mean, I mean, it happens with rock and rollers too. I mean, it's like, okay, some of you guys are too old, or you're done taking care of yourself. I mean, that's kind of what happened with Gary Richrath with REO Speedwagon. That's kind of what happened with Leonard Hayes from Y&T, the drummer, where he was just the good old party boy, and smoked a bunch, drank too much, started putting on some weight, and Geffen Records goes, he's got to go because we can't market that guy anymore. Gotta go. So then they got a guy named Jimmy DeGrasso who ended up playing with Megadeth for a short bit after that, and he looked like John Bon Jovi. That's easy to market. So
yeah, Blake, Cardinals have a lot of good prospects coming though. So I wouldn't doubt they're fairly decent next year if they get some pitching, which they didn't do this year. But considering no one's going to the games, I think they're going to have to make a move.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to play some Bomberman tonight. I got to try that online stuff. See how it is.
What kind of Bomberman stuff do they have on the Switch now?
Super Bomberman R and R2.
Okay.
R2 is one just came out yesterday.
Okay.
And today. It physically came out yesterday. Digital came out today. I don't know why.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, that's weird.
Cardinals they just won again. How about that?
Wow. Thank you for the news. That's good.
Yeah,
because there was 2 weekends ago. My friend went to the game on Saturday, and then my daughter went to the game on Sunday. They lost Saturday and they won Sunday. So, and that Saturday game was the one where it was close. It was like 6-6 or something. They ended up losing, or 6-7, but they couldn't get the run.
I am excited for next year's because between Jordan Walker, Mason Wynn, and they got about 3 more guys in the minors that look like they might be up at some point next year. We got a lot of good young guys coming up. We'll see how they do.
What about the British football, the City? What about that? Have you been to a game yet?
No.
Yeah. Are you interested?
Kind of, but I mean, they put the whole TV season on, like you have to subscribe to it.
Mm-hmm.
Was it $15 a month? Is that what it was?
I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. It was like and it's a long season, like 6 months. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I could see if you're into soccer, but I'm not into soccer. But I would like to have seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I watched it this year, I'd be more into soccer. But
right,
the barrier was a little bit too much for me, considering I'm just not a big soccer fan. But I was interested. I mean, I did see like 3 games. They're like freebies they would show every so often.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I watched those, but JD,
it went on sale digital, but you missed it. Huh.
Jerome's playing it right now. Jerome rubbing it in.
Jerome rubbing it in.
Asteroids of 7800 is really good.
It's funny though. Jerome's right in line with a couple of things here that we talked about tonight. Yeah, it's good, Miss So. It's really good. It's got some great style. I'm glad I got it on the cart. I'm glad I got that. Pete says, "Ouch." Get a physical copy, JD. He says.
I don't even know what it costs.
Yeah, I don't either.
I still want to get that. What was that documentary that just came out? It's on the Switch. You can play through it. It's kind of like Atari 50. Karateka.
Oh yeah.
Or Karateka.
Karateka. Still one of the greatest drinks. Have you ever had it with cream in it? So good. Karateka.
We're getting a cricket team.
But right now they are playing in Texas until the stadium's built. Huh. Right near the parents.
A cricket team?
Cricket?
There's the professional cricket team or professional cricket league.
They got a league for everything. Then I have to remove my MK8 card. I know what you mean. I just put my Mario Kart card away.
Well, that's why I got the new Bomberman game as digital because I know I'm going to play it a lot, and I didn't want to have to sit there and take it back and forth.
And that's the thing. You and I talked about that straight away. I think when we started this show, we talked about that, and I'm like, well, what makes you decide you want to get digital or a physical? And you're like, if I know I'm going to play it a lot, I'm just going to get it digital because I don't want to keep taking stuff out.
I get almost everything physical, but Splatoon 3 and this Bomberman game, I definitely got digital. I did the same thing for Animal Crossing.
It's just kind of like, can you say first world problems? I mean, really is what it comes down to.
There's a pickleball league.
Oh.
What would you rather watch, cricket or pickleball? Pickleball.
Yeah, Hollywood has pickleball. I want to play some pickleball, but I can't. I know people that play pickleball, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. They never seem to call me to play pickleball. I'm like, why don't you call me? But they always tell me about it. Oh, I played pickleball. I'm like, why didn't you
It's
tell me?
pronounced both ways. I was just joking about karatika.
Karatika. Because that's what we talked about. I was like, how about karatika?
All the pro cricket playing in Texas. Wait a minute. All the pro in Texas. No one has stadiums. What do you need a stadium for? Don't you just need a patch of grass for cricket? It's not like anyone's going to go watch, right?
You can just play this in somebody's backyard. Isn't that a stadium?
I mean, their family will show up, all the players, but
cross between my favorite sports, hockey and baseball. Jeff, they have leagues here where you can go and watch hurling. And I'm not talking about the back of the bar. I'm saying
hurling. What is hurling?
What is hurling? Dude, you got to check it out. They call it the fastest sport on grass. We saw a match. We were blessed to see a match in Ireland because we were driving through a small town, and our driver was the owner of the tour bus company, and he got some great tickets. He got a great deal on tickets. And he's like, who all wants to see the hurling match? And we're like, I don't know what that is, but okay. So we go, and it's where they have kind of I don't want to say it's a tear-shaped bat, but it's you hold the bat and then it goes out and like flares out. And then is rounded on this side and kind of does a little teardroppy thing. And they smack it, and the goals have two areas. It's got a net and a funicello. No, it has a net and two big poles going God knows how far into the air. Like, I don't know, 50 yards into the air. But and then their score is set up like time. So you have hours, like it looks like hours and minutes. And if you get it into the net, you get in the hours, it scores as a point. But then if you put it through the posts, then it factors into your minutes. And then you build up your minutes to make a point.
Yeah, I'll just watch baseball. Lance just said they had a racing event canceled because the fairground hosted a national cornhole event.
Oh no, I love cornhole. It was canceled though. Thanks very much, JD. I appreciate that. Not everybody gets my jokes. Yeah. Hurling after an 18-pack. Beer sport. Yeah, it's a great game though. Check it out. You can check it out on YouTube. It's great. It is fast though. And that's where I had the second iconic moment in Ireland. The first one that I always remember is when the two little boys were in the candy shop with their mom. The mom was at the counter purchasing stuff. And the one little kid goes, Mom, they have Wonka bars. Now he was like, oh man, you just made my day, dude.
Too late, kid. Contest is over.
Too late. And then at this hurling match, and excuse my language, but here we go. I try not to use so much language on the show now, but there was a dude in front of us with his 10-year-old kid watching the game. And he's like, get the ball. Jesus Christ, get the fucking ball. And I just was dying, man. I'm like, the dude's kid's sitting right here. He's just yelling at this guy to get the fucking ball. Jesus Christ, get the fucking ball. Just loving it. Look at that. We're not even at 30 yet, and he's got a gone up.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that Pete.
Pete's had enough.
Woo! And we didn't even put him in timeout. Of course, Saboteur's on his side. He says, right on time, Pete. So maybe Saboteur was done. Oh, man, I love it. Why?
I haven't played pickleball, but we did like someone's trying to show us how to play. And
if I have to give
I don't know, it just seemed like you're just kind of dinking the ball really. I don't know, it just seemed like I'd be stooped over half the match trying to.
Well, maybe, but
the ball.
I liked it. I like it a lot. I dig it. I just wish I'd get somebody that would call me when they're ready to play. I'm like, nobody calls me. I'm like, I really want to play. So I don't know.
All
My
right,
drummer plays. I don't get it. So
all right.
Overtime, Lance says. Of course, anything that's worth doing, Lance, is worth doing overtime. So hey, great evening. Thank you everybody for being here. Thanks. A big shout to Blake for hanging out with me on both all three of my Hammer Away things. I did a couple of quick things to do a countdown, and then we had the show today, so it was great. We're gonna have some guests on there coming up. That's gonna be fun. What are you doing tomorrow, Jeff?
Super Bomberman R2. Gonna stream it, probably mostly online stuff. Kaiser GX, how's it going? Yeah, I'll be streaming that tomorrow. Kaiser, we talked about it briefly earlier. That I've only gotten to play story mode a little bit, which seems like a tutorial for online, and I played one castle mode. I didn't understand it because I was getting hammered all the time, so I'll figure it out. I'll be streaming it tomorrow, and then I'm ending Bomberman week, hopefully with one more video on Friday. But I have to do that. Wait, what is this Thursday? Wait, this is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, Friday. Because I gotta wait till tomorrow anyway to do
it. I think you need to. I'll try to capture that for you. Yeah, Stashnet, that's my channel. You can't find it? I know. Pete was saying something about that too.
You can never find channels when they start up. It's so hard.
And that's what I'm thinking too, Jeff. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a link out so that everybody can just get right to it. Because what I'm doing, I think I'm going to switch it. I like doing it at 3 o'clock, but that's too tight to work. It's a little too soon after work. I'd rather have a few minutes to get home and get myself together if there's any last minute things so that I'm not rushing. So I think I'm doing it at 3:30 on Wednesdays. I like having all of the stuff done on one day. It's nice. So
real quick, Kaiser, yes, I did see those aliens in Mexico. Yeah, I'm not buying it yet. They look kind of fake to me, but we'll see.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the Mexican government, like in their Congress, somebody brought in 2 mummified aliens from like 1,000 years ago.
Wow.
But I believe one of the people involved was already was with some kind of stupid fake alien thing years ago. So I mean, I'm not sure how you believe that guy, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's it, guys. Yeah, come back tomorrow for the stream. We'll be doing Bomberman. That will be fun.
Yeah, let me see if I can. So let me ask you this, Jeff. I'm so sorry. Should I just click? I found my videos out here. So now I'm on my page. Okay, and it says now I see it says Hammer Away, and then it says at Hammer Away 2693.
Well, there you go. Hold on. I think now that's Hammer Away is a bit generic in that there's so many videos.
That's what I was thinking.
Hammer Away, what's your official
2693.
Okay, so this is your actual channel name, correct?
Oh yeah, here. Okay, yeah, right.
I bet you if you search Hammer Away 2693, it'll probably pop up because that's very specific.
Yeah. So let me see if I've got. Yep, there they are. If you just go to live, it shows all of the videos. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate the help.
Yes, Salvatore, I'll have to do that. I can put Hammer Away under the channel section on gogamego. I was just looking at that. I got a bunch of channels in there. I was like, I don't even know why these channels are on here. So I got to redo the whole channels thing anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's a good idea. It'll be easy for people to find it.
Should have. JD, very nice. Or how about 5150? I'll put this in here too, just in case. There's the whole deal if you just want to use that link. Thank you, Pete, for mentioning that. And thanks, Jeff, for giving me a second to do that. I really appreciate it.
And Kaiser should have showed up earlier. I would have talked about this alien stuff, but
let's do it next week.
There you go. Maybe it'll be proven or disproven. Although these things were found like 6 years ago. This isn't like brand new. They just
really?
now are bringing it out.
Okay.
They supposedly did testing, DNA testing, and it wasn't 30% was not human. I don't know. Who knows? But there you go. There is Stuart's channel name. So go there.
Yeah.
Sign up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Give me a like and a notification. I'll be coming back on Wednesday, but I'm hoping to do some other things in between, I found out about a great band the other day because Sea of Tranquility has these little short things that he does. So I want to kind of.
Yeah, your sub count is definitely going to more than double.
It's going to double. That is true. No, actually, you know what? It could triple. With all y'all there, it could triple. So that makes me happy.
There you go, Salvatore sub.
Thank you. You guys are brilliant. I really appreciate it.
All right, guys. I think that'll do it. We will.
That'll do it. We got to get something to eat. Do you have to get something to eat? I got to get something to eat.
No, we already ate, so I'm good. I'm gonna try to. Might do a video tonight. I don't know. We gotta see.
Oh, way to go, Hotshot.
We will. What's that?
Way to go, Hotshot.
We will see you tomorrow night. Come back, and I'll be doing some online stuff. We'll see how it works. We'll see how good the online is. I would think it'd be good because it's cross-platform, so every system is connected online. So that's pretty awesome.
I notice my yours sometimes stops. Does yours ever stop?
I don't think it has.
Okay, good. Maybe it's
I do have to log. Sometimes it logs me out because those games you have to be online.
Yep.
And sometimes they'll say you are not connected, and then you just hit the
sucks.
X button, and all of a sudden it works. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just my Wi-Fi downstairs. It just does that. All right, guys.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of the week, like Jeff said, and we appreciate you being here.
Yep.
Appreciate the subs over there. Please do go. I need people to give me some ideas. Here is my. I'm sorry. One last second. Jeez, there's always one more thing. Hammer away 56 at gmail.com. If you guys have some things, what is it? Crimson Cross has gotten a hold of me there. I think that's right. Hammeraway56 at gmail.com. If you have some questions that you would like to ask, some things you'd like me to talk about, then just throw it in there. Yeah, and it'd be great. That'd be awesome. I've had some unboxings and stuff that I've been doing, and it's fun. I've got 3 videos out there so far. So we will talk to you guys soon.
All right. We'll see you.
See ya.
See ya.